Revelation 2046. From the 28th of August 1941. Those who are pure in heart. Truth. Purity of heart is the guarantee that a person is in the truth. He who does evil also thinks evil, but he who endeavors to remain clear and pure for God, his thinking must also be accordingly. The pure-hearted man will always abhor everything that is contrary to the divine. He will be able to search the depths of his heart because no impurity will prevent him from gaining insight, and in the same way wisdom will rise to him because it will find no obstacle. And everyone will be pure of heart who lives in and with God, who remains united with him, who lives his life consciously, that is, who recognizes his earthly task, gives himself to God and always endeavors to fulfill His will. He will no longer want to and be able to live without God, and every dishonest thought will stay away from him. If he became weak, he will sincerely ask God for forgiveness because his heart recognizes the wrong and does not consciously want to do wrong. He will strive to take the right path and pray to God for strength and grace. The purity of the heart must therefore also result in the human being thinking correctly, for since the heart is the receptacle of truth from God, as soon as the human being endeavors to make and keep it pure and worthy of receiving, untruth will no longer be tolerated in it. It will be detested like everything impure and therefore ejected, because the pure-hearted human being desires truth. And desire for truth is also fulfillment. Desire for truth is also desire for God, who is truth himself. Desire for God, however, eliminates the working of the opposing power. The pure in heart recognize the lie, they can therefore no longer be misled, that is, out of ignorance accept something as truth which contradicts it. They will reject it, even if they cannot justify it intellectually. But their heart resists it because, through purity, it has a mimosic feeling and judgment for the spiritual good that seeks entrance. Unfair thoughts and actions blunt the heart's sensibility, and therefore he who professes the world and its pleasures will not stand in the truth, for the desire for it also gives rise to thoughts and desires which are not exclusively meant for God but for him whose kingdom the world is. And these thoughts will not become louder and louder, but they will become louder and louder. And these thoughts will not be pure and unadulterated. They will awaken and favor those urges which the human being should overcome, and thus only be and remain a danger to the purity of the heart and an obstacle to receiving the pure truth from God. But those who lack truth also lack light and cannot find the path which leads to God. Amen.